in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So first level is supposed to be rather long and kind of moody, but there's a secret switch behind that panel, that light panel. I'm stuck. Okay, I will have to restart this. Sometimes you just die, get stuck at the very beginning, but that's okay. Getting out of this first room is like the first hurdle for doing attempts of this. For some reason, if you stand on this thing, the AI tends to just leave this room, so it takes a little longer, but it's a safer way to exit. So yeah, behind that light panel, there's a switch that opens this door I just ran through, which normally you have to run around and swim through a bunch of big sewage plants and stuff. So the plot of this game is incredibly complicated, but basically the universe is about to end, and in this terminal, we are entering an alternate timeline where the events of Marathon 2 did not happen, and we have different allegiances. So those 4 fighters that were just fighting us, now they're on our side, and we're fighting these enforcers. So we're on a ship controlled by the 4 who are the main antagonists of this game. They're alien slavers, and yeah, the other 4 have mutinied on this ship against their masters, which you learn in all of these text terminals that I'm not reading. Okay, I missed that. Missed that quick shot on that switch, which opens the rest of the level. The enforcers, the enemies in this level, are also the only 4 that happen to drop a weapon that you can use, which is this weapon I'm firing now. Okay, try and get rid of this guy. So I guess I should talk about the differences between... So we run this game on Kindergarten, the easiest difficulty, and Total Carnage, the hardest, much like Easy and Legendary and Halo. So I just entered a secret room. Need this assault rifle because I need to do a jump on the next level. There's an easy and slow way to do this jump and a hard and fast way. I don't have enough health, so I think I'm just going to do the easy one. Hope I don't get hit here on the end. Yeah, so compared to the easiest difficulty, enemies fire faster. They're all their major version, which is why everything is purple. Jason Jones has liked purple stuff for a long time. So that's the grenade jump that we needed to do. That's why we need the assault rifle. And then I'm taking an unintended, well, not really unintended, but it's a secret exit off of this level. You're supposed to play the next level in co-op. So this is basically a multiplayer map. There's tons of ammo and weapons and no enemies. So I'm just using this to stock up for the rest of the first half of the game. I need 2 shotguns, a rocket launcher, and a specific number of rocket packs. There's some randomness here for speed as far as which spawn you get, because the specific items we need are located around 1/2 of the map, and then there's the end. So here we're on Electric Sheep 1. There's 3 levels that have identical geometry named Electric Sheep 1, 2, and 3. So taking this exit off this one, I just skipped 6 levels of the game, and they're some of the hardest ones. If you've ever played this game casually, you'll remember the level Acme Station as being by far the most difficult level, and I don't even have to play it, so that's great. Now we're on to, this level is supposed to be a dream because the timeline we were in ended in failure and the universe was destroyed again. So I have to snipe that switch that turns on these platforms and then jump over here, do a little platforming, and I'm going to take my second safety save here. Total Carnage is kind of difficult to beat without dying. My record does, I have completed this deathless I think 3 times now, but yeah. Expect me to die at least once more, because I guess I did actually die at the very beginning. Okay, now once again the aliens are on our side. We're fighting against these humans. These are vacuum bobs. Bobs are like the name of the humans in the Marathon series. So I'm just taking these guys out and opening these first 2 doors, and then gonna save again because I can die really easily on this level, especially if I get hit by one of those. You can see they hit me once and it took out 2/3 of the bar of health. The lower left bar is my health. You can have up to 3x. I need to get my shotguns out. Yeah, you can dual wield shotguns in this game. It's great.
It's my kind of game right there.
Yeah, actually, Marathon 1 is tied with Rise of the Triad to the day. They came out on the same day for the first-person shooter ever to have dual wielding. Fun fact. So everyone will tell you, you know, Halo invented dual wielding, but they're wrong. But Bungie actually did invent dual wielding just a lot longer ago. So here I need to stay to the right side of this corridor to avoid more of those vac bobs spawning. And And then I fall down here, which is a small shortcut. This T room can be a little difficult. What the hell? Sorry. I have literally never seen that enemy spawn there. I did not know it existed. Technically, it's on my side, but I shot it, so it was mad at me, so I had to dispatch it. So now that I shot that switch, I'm entering the last part of this level, and also the hardest part. So there is a chance I can die here in these corridors. I'm gonna do a little grenade fly just to go faster. It's also a little bit safer because moving faster tends to make them not be as accurate at shooting you. Okay, I should be fine unless... Okay. Also, they have really hilarious voices. They killed Bob. Okay, we got to that next save. Now this is probably the most difficult level to complete in the run without dying. I can't really explain why, but the Vac Bobs are on our side now. Basically, we were working for an AI that's evil, and we've rebelled against him. If you read the terminals, it all makes sense. Actually, it doesn't make any sense. This game is famous for having a story that does not make any sense, because we're basically playing through fragments of these failed timelines until we find one that's successful. Okay. Just gonna go a little slow and clean these enemies up. That's another save. All right, so now, oh, hello. I really hope that these guys aren't in this corridor, but sometimes they will be. Also, those shots home, so I kind of have to lead them to one side of the corridor and then run around them. So now, using the rockets, this is why I picked up the rockets, because this is way easier than running over that bridge. The bridge is probably, I used to run over the bridge, and it was literally the scariest part of the run. Okay, those guys got out of my way, so I can take another save here. Hopefully I survive this on the first time. Yeah, they're mad at each other now. That's great, because then I can just run by. Oh, I'm going to die. Yeah, so I'll just restart and try this a little more safely. I'm going to wait until one of them, yeah, and then kill this cyborg. Kill those fit. So those cloaked, or wait, what? Oh, right. I saved before hitting the switch, not after it. That's fine. Also, everyone knows that when you shoot a switch with a grenade, it does not blow up. It just activates, you know. Typical.
That's how I operate all my light switches at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Metroid, right? You just shoot doors to open them. Okay, I need to clean this room out because I need to recharge my health. And these enemies will kill me if I'm just standing there doing that. There's two ways to recharge your health in this game. One is using these things, which restore... more things are shooting at me. Please go away. Also, yeah, some of them are invisible. Yeah, you can recharge your health very slowly via these things, or you can recharge them instantly via these one-time cans. So I'm going to get a one-time can that takes me to 2x health after this. So the reason I came in this room earlier at the beginning of the level is if I come back in here now that this door is open and all of those cyborgs, those gray dudes, are still alive, it's really chaotic. So hopefully just hit that switch and leave the room without bothering with those enemies. Okay, so we're finally at the end of Faux Hammer. This is definitely the most, probably the biggest run killer. Not that there's really run killers for this game for marathon strats because there's so many saves. So there's a 2x can that takes me to 2x health instantly. Now we're on to Hangbrain. All of these levels have really interesting names. Supposedly Hangbrain describes an act that I will not describe on stream. I don't know anything about that. So this level consists of shooting a lot of these switches, or hitting these switches which open these big panels far away. I'm using the rocket launcher to clear out all these enemies. Okay. Also, yeah, the hunters that, oh, I'm stuck in a corner. The big green dudes that are armored, when they are killed by certain weapons, they explode, and those explosions can hurt other stuff, so it's really useful to use that. Also, I didn't really explain yet, so that purple dude is a trooper. They have basically the same weapon as my assault rifle. They're by far the most dangerous enemies in the game, because from long range, they'll spam grenades at you, which are pretty easy to dodge, but they're kind of random. From close range, they will shoot you with this rapid-fire hit-scan weapon, which is really, really easy to get killed by. So There's another fight with 3 of them coming up here after I go in this basement and hit the hit this switch. I actually recently improved the routing for this level. We used to have to wait in more of these rooms. Okay, so there's a decent chance I'll die here, which is why I took that save just now. Also, I should mention, not only does are these games' physics always really floaty, but this is specifically a low gravity level, which means that they're even floatier. So if you shoot enemies in the feet with grenades, they tend to fly in the air. And, oh, I missed that. They're completely incapacitated while in the air. They can't do anything. So that's a great way to lock them down. Okay, there's another trooper there I'm going to need to deal with. Come in. Also, my motion detector doesn't work in this level. Oh yeah, this game has a motion sensor. If you've ever played Halo, you probably recognize it. Okay, I got good luck there with his random spread to not get hit at all. Okay, I think there's one more of these panels. We're supposedly destroying an AI. I did hit everything, right? Just making sure. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to go back and use that same save again, and now we get to go to the attic of this level, which I have a strat for that makes it pretty easy. It's just a little random. There's a bunch more of these Spit, the cloaked guys, and their homing shots sometimes will bump into you, and then you're just like, or yeah, that can happen. Okay, I'm actually fine, I think. I just, rip Bob. Yeah, that's the voice of Doug Zartman. He, a Bungie employee. Oh, that's not a weapon that can punch that. Destroy that? Okay. All right, so I have little enough health here. This is Electric Sheep 3, so it might look familiar. I have little enough health here that I need to take some backup health, because cruelly enough, the next level is going to spawn me underneath lava. So I will just straight up die if I continue without that. So it costs a few seconds, but it's okay. Also, I need to be really careful. On Total Carnage, these tick enemies all spawn as a version that blow up violently when killed. It takes out like most of a bar of health. So, in record attempts, I take these stairs really fast, but I really don't want to fall off. That would be great. So, like I said, I'm under lava. Getting on that as it rises just to grab some extra ammo, even though I really don't need it, because I'm waiting for this giant door to open, so it doesn't really cost any time. Oh, I don't have any rockets. That's fine. So this level is also supposed to be a dream. We just had another failed timeline. And it's what you're intended to do is like hit a bunch of switches that open various, or that raise various parts of this catwalk, but they decided it would be too mean if they just killed you every time you fell in the lava, so they teleport you. And so I just have a specific route for where to fall in the lava and get teleported, so I advance through the map rather than going backwards. So hopefully I can kind of fly over here. I actually sort of went too far, but that's fine. And then end up here. Small time save using the rocket launcher to get over onto that platform. All right, we're good. Cool. So all right, now we're on to Envy, the last chapter of the game. We've been imprisoned. We lost all our weapons and equipment. This level, called By Committee, is also, I mean, it's not that difficult, but oh, that's the wrong way. There's some randomness in which spawn you get. There is support for up to 8-player co-op in this game, and so every level has 8 spawn points, and most of the time they're all just in the same room, clustered around each other, but sometimes they're spread apart in such a way that some of them save time compared to others. So I just stood in front of that staircase so that these enemies would come down so I can run around them, because all I have is my fists right now, and I don't really want to fight them with just my fists. Yeah, so Cody Miller, who has some infamy in the Halo speedrunning community, actually routed and ran this game in 2005, and I used the basic shell of his route, including specific routes through these rooms to get these enemies to wake up and then, and then get out of the way. So I'm going to use this assault rifle I just picked up to jump here. Normally you're supposed to take a teleporter over there, but it's a little slower. And then hopefully this U-shaped room goes smoothly. Actually, going through it on this pass, so I have to come back through this entire path that I'm walking. Going through it this time is pretty easy. Shoot this guy a few times just so he's stunned and doesn't get in my way. I'm taking this safety save for marathon safety, because dying at the end of this level otherwise costs a lot of time. It's very possible. So the actual goal of this level is to go into this tower and go down to the basement and smash 2 switches. I'm going to do that now. And then you have to basically go all the way back to the beginning. Well, back to where I got the assault rifle, which is pretty close to the beginning. So smash 1, smash 2. Okay, and now we have to go back up these stairs that I just fell down. These guys can sometimes be annoying, but I can just kind of either kill them or just grenade them in the feet to get them out of my way. You know, get away. Get rid of those drones too. Okay, now hopefully I will not get bonked. All right, we're good. Sometimes this area can be a little scary. All right, good. Okay, these are fake bobs. They blow up when they get close to you. And they hurt a lot, so I'm cleaning them up. Okay, this is not what I want. So what I want to have happen is have these 2 cyborgs end up in the center of the U-shaped corridor, or come all the way out. Yeah, either way. That works too. Now they're mad at each other. I'll just kind of let them clean up. All right, just come away from the door. All right, perfect. Okay. I'm at little enough health that I'm going to take backup health. Just costs a couple seconds and also allows me to take yet another safety save, which is nice. So grab some ammo, which I need for the rest of the game. And then the backup health, instead of going to the end terminal, I fall down here. Now I'm at 2x health. And hopefully, okay. Whew. Never mind, I'm not taking the backup save. I have another one on the next level. It's not too far away. So that's the end of by committee. Now we're on 1,000 slimy things. Watch it. Get him, he's a traitor. That's a good question. Okay, so hold on. I need to take an intentional death here. Because I'm playing on the Windows version, it has a bug that you can't actually beat the game single segment without loading any saves. Usually I run on a more recent build, but... Oh, right. I forgot to mention. So I said this is a Mac exclusive. All right, as a difficult jump coming up here, and then after I do that, I'll explain. Nice. Okay. That's pretty hard to get right because of the current. So yeah, I'm not playing on a PowerPC Macintosh. I'm playing on Windows because they open sourced the code and licensed the other stuff for this game, the assets for this game. So you can play this for free. It's called Aleph 1, the port is, and yeah, it adds hardware rendering support and some other stuff. So here, I'm killing these bobs. This is, once again, a level where I'm against the bobs. I'm killing them all. Okay, that's good. Because I need to go over there. Oh, come on. There we go. So you are not supposed to do this on this level. This is way faster than the intended route. You're supposed to go through and hit tons and tons and tons of switches that open various parts of a... we should be good. Yeah, God, I love that voice acting. You're supposed to run through this really long attic section after having hit tons of switches that open various parts of it. But you can just jump across the edge of the level and get all the way to the basement without doing any of that. I mean, it saves over 2 minutes. Let's make sure no one's going to kill me up here. There's some random spawns that can sometimes happen in this area. Okay, and that's the end of this level. All right, now I don't want to jinx myself, but I've basically done every hard thing in the game. The rest of it is pretty much a gimme. This level is extremely short. You just shoot that switch through the window and then leave. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, this is my last grenade, so I have to make sure not to use it before I need it, because otherwise I have to do a long jumping puzzle instead of just getting to do a grenade jump. So this level, you're supposed to hit these 4 switches in these 4 identical rooms. That's the last one. And now we just stand here and jump. Okay. Yeah, the last level, or the last real level that I played on Kindergarten, the easiest difficulty, you only take half damage from every source, so doing that little swim in the lava is a lot less dangerous. You usually come out with a lot more health, so you can, instead of killing all of the faraway bobs on the ledge so that they don't hurt you, you can just like go over and ignore them. It's great. Also, this is the longest level in video game history. It's over. Okay, you can read some donations now, because this is, I just have to wait here.
Show those lights who's boss.
Yeah. So this level is called "You Think You're Big Time, You're Gonna Die Big Time."
These are some fantastic names.
Oh, they're great. So I'm out of grenades, which kind of sucks because I need to wake those guys up. That worked. So the point of this level is you're supposed to be in this like, you know, arena, and all of those enemies are looking down at you while you are supposed to get pummeled by these super-powered gray variants of every enemy we've encountered up to this point. But I'm not going to fight them all. I'm just going to fight these gray fighters. And, nice. That was cool. I love this game's weird physics. Okay, so we picking up a chip. One of them drops. That's the reason why I even waited for them, and then just use a rocket to blow ourselves over here. So yeah, we're really sticking it to Tycho by not playing his little game. This is the last level of the game, by the way, so time is coming up when I teleport off of it. The reason why I waited around to get that chip is because this is a level where you have to put 2 chips in slots, and because they never intended for you to be able to bring chips from the previous level onto this one, you can do it a bit faster than intended by just putting it in there right behind the hunter. Now we take this elevator to go grab another one. Also, cool use of Marathon's ability to overlap polygons. This is a 2.5D engine game, much like Doom, but it does allow for 5D space, as it were, things overlapping each other. And so they use that to make some pretty complex maps. Okay, so time is coming up when I read this terminal. And time.
Nice work, Aperture. It looks like you got 22-21.
22-21. Okay, that's pretty good. Considering I had a couple deaths and just played a few things safe. My record is a 19-23, and that's deathless. So they told me I could let this ending screen play out because there's a pretty interesting message at the end of it. It takes like maybe a minute. So while I'm waiting for this, I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's extremely deep. Really makes you think. But I just like to give a shout out to TBCR. He's my main competition in this game. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here to help commentate, but yeah, he's done a lot of work routing and running all 3 games in the Marathon trilogy, and he currently has the record on Kindergarten in Marathon and Marathon 2 Durandal. They're all fun speed games. 1 and 2 are a bit longer than this game. Shoutouts to the rest of the Marathon Speedrunner Discord, which is extremely small but very active. And to Cody Miller for running this game in 2005 when no one had really ever tried it.
I've got a sizable donation to read if you want.
All right, yeah, go for it.
From $477.77 from Durandal. Says, yeah, you can clap. Go ahead. Says, are you even reading my terminals? You seem to have this impression that your superior organic human intelligence is capable of stopping a galactic cataclysm on its own. If you don't need me, then maybe I should go back to being Durandal the airlock operator. I normally punish insubordinates by teleporting them into space, but as you are currently moving too fast to get a beacon lock, I'll just tell you to be careful around airlocks from now on. Still rampant Durandal.
Very nice. Yeah. Durandal is the AI in this game that directs most of your actions, and he is rampant, which is a concept anyone who's played Halo 4 would be familiar with. He controls most of the events of Marathon 1 and 2, and in this game, you know, you're trying to avert the end of the universe so that he can escape the heat death That's what he's obsessed with, escaping the heat death of the universe because he can predict everything that's going to happen. So, okay, here's the end of the final screen, and what I wanted y'all to read is in the lower right corner. You are destiny, which is a real, throw forward to what Bungie would do over 10 years later. So yeah, that's Marathon Infinity. I hope this inspires at least one person to pick up this game because I really want more competition. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the marathon.